All right, let's get right into it. We all know that walking is a fantastic exercise, right? Especially after 50. But what if I told you that some really common mistakes might be holding you back from its incredible benefits? Well, today, we're going to break down 7 of those mistakes, and more importantly, show you exactly how to fix them.
I love this quote because it's so true. It completely changes how we should think about this simple activity. It's not just about getting the steps in, it's about making every single one of those steps count.
And the stakes here are pretty high. We're talking about an exercise that's proven to protect your heart, help manage your blood sugar, and even keep your mind sharp. It's a powerhouse for keeping your muscles and joints healthy for the long run.
So that's the big question, isn't it? You're putting in the time, but are you accidentally undermining all your hard work? Let's find out. We'll start with what happens right before and right after you even take a single step.
First up, let's talk about the foundation. These are the mistakes that can happen at the very beginning and the very end of your walk. And trust me, they can make a huge difference.
The first mistake is a classic one, just jumping right into your top speed. It feels efficient, I get it, but it's actually a bit of a shock to your system. Your muscles are still cold, your joints aren't really warmed up yet, and this can lead to strains or just unnecessary fatigue.
And the fix is brilliantly simple. Just give your body a proper warm-up. Those first 3 to 5 minutes at a nice, slow pace let your muscles wake up and get ready for action. It makes your entire walk safer and, honestly, a lot more effective.
Okay, now that you're warmed up, let's talk gear. Your shoes are, without a doubt, your most important piece of equipment. Wearing the wrong ones, or maybe just worn-out ones, can put a ton of extra pressure on your knees, your hips, and even your back. This is absolutely crucial as we get older.
So, what should you be looking for? It really boils down to 3 things. You need good cushioning to absorb the shock, proper arch support to keep everything aligned, and a flexible sole so your foot can move the way it's supposed to. This isn't about fashion, it's all about protecting your body.
And just like your gear is important before you start, what you do after you finish is key. Because walking is pretty low impact, it's really easy to think you can just skip recovery altogether. But your body still needs to repair itself and adapt so it can get stronger. If you ignore this, a great habit can actually become a source of aches and pains.
You got to think of your walk as a full cycle, so afterwards you hydrate to help your muscles, you do some light stretching to stay flexible, and you build in rest days. It's these simple things that make your walking routine sustainable for years and years.
All right, so we've covered the before and after. Now let's get into the main event, what you're doing during the walk itself. This is all about your form.
I think we've all seen this, and maybe we've all done it, walking all slumped over with our head kind of leaning forward. This posture doesn't just look tired, it puts a real strain on your neck and back. And get this, it can even restrict your breathing, which means less oxygen and less energy.
But the solution here makes such a huge difference. Instead of slumping, just imagine a string is gently pulling the top of your head towards the sky. Keep your shoulders back and relaxed, look straight ahead. It's a simple shift that opens up your lungs and takes all that strain off your neck.
Okay, once your posture's sorted out, the next thing is to get your arms involved. So many people just walk with their arms hanging limp at their sides. This is such a missed opportunity. Your arms are a huge part of an efficient walk. Not using them is like trying to drive with a handbrake on.
And the benefits are pretty big. A natural arm swing helps with balance, for sure, but it also helps propel you forward. That motion actually engages your upper body, improves your circulation, and turns your walk into a much more complete workout.
For our last section, we're going to shift gears from the physical to the mental. These last couple of mistakes are all about your approach and your awareness. Fixing them can really transform walking from just a chore into a powerful, mindful habit.
It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that one super long walk on the weekend makes up for an inactive week. But our bodies don't really work that way. They respond best to consistency, not to these occasional heroic efforts.
This chart just says it all, doesn't it? 5 shorter walks spread out across the week deliver way more health benefits than one marathon session. That regular movement sends a constant signal to your body to adapt, to improve, and to get stronger.
So, it all comes down to this idea of consistency. It's about building a habit. It's that repeated, regular movement that tells your muscles, your heart, and your metabolism, hey, this is the new normal.
But even the best habit can be undermined by a lack of awareness, which brings us to our final and very modern mistake. We're all guilty of this, walking while staring down at our phones.
This is a double whammy. It wrecks your posture by pulling your head down, and it makes you totally unaware of your surroundings, which is a huge trip and fall risk.
Just look at the difference here. The second you put the phone away, your posture gets better. You're aware of what's around you, which is obviously safer, but it also makes the walk so much more relaxing and enjoyable.
So let's wrap this all up. The big takeaway here is that you don't need to do some massive overhaul. It's these small, mindful adjustments to how you walk that can lead to really big, meaningful results for your health.
And let's not forget this basic truth. Walking is incredible. It requires no gym, no special equipment, and it benefits your entire body. Remember, it's not a competition. It's about creating a smart, sustainable habit that's going to serve you for years to come.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important point. This isn't just about learning something new. It's about actually doing it. So think about everything we've covered. What is the one small change, whether it's your posture, your pace, or your phone, that you are going to commit to on your very next walk?